other cultures, you see, they just wake up, hug their families, while other cultures, you need to be on both knees to greet the parent. While Hi guys, how you all doing today? Welcome once again to another video. So today we're going to be talking about differences in cultural differences in relationship, cultural differences in marriages. So there used to be a time that cultural differences was a barrier, even making friends, having any kind of relationship. For me personally, and I know when I begin to grow up, when I begin to see other things, I begin to relate with people a lot. I now realize that people really find it difficult to relate from different culture. So today we're going to be talking about the cultural differences in marriages. So you're married to your spouse, you're Yoruba and he's Igbo. So what are those issues that you've been having? So some of the issues that people have in marriages based on culture is difference in languages. Difference in languages. Sometimes when you go to his house and he's speaking his native language, you become so angry, like why are they speaking their native language when you're there, because you don't understand what they are saying. My darling, it's okay, because one thing is certain, and you should not get angry over that, is they will surely gossip about you in their language. They will gossip about you, but be sure that your partner will say something good about you. But this is one of the issues that people have in marriages when they are from different cultures. Number two, one of another issue that people have in marriage is difference in food. Sometimes Yoruba has one particular soup and Igbo has varieties of soup, and you are like, how do you cope? You cannot make your husband's soup and you are doing a ewedu and stew all the time, and the man is there complaining, and you feel frustrated all the time. So this is another thing, another difference is when you're married from different cultures. Another issue that I have noticed, that I've come across, is differences in greeting. Yeah, difference in greeting. I'm going to tell you a very short story about myself. I had a friend that we were very close, and whenever I visited his house, um, there was a day I visited his house, and his mom was making food in the kitchen. So I went to meet her to assist her, like, as a normal good girl that I am. So I was like, oh, mommy, let me assist you in the kitchen and all. And she told me not to worry. My darling, I went to sit down. That was one big mistake that I made. I went to sit down because I came from a home that when they tell you don't worry, it means don't worry. When they really want you to sit down, they mean it. When they are making maybe some special delicacy and they don't want you to be there just because they want to put smiles on your face or they want to surprise you, they really mean go and sit down. And when you tell them you want to help them, and they want your assistant at that time, they tell you join me and give you what to do. So I didn't really understand that when a Yoruba woman says, don't worry, it means you should pester. So I did not have that knowledge at that time. So it's been a very long time. So the normal innocent girl went to sit down, and it caused issues. And when I left their house, it became, oh, that girl is very disrespectful. She's not cultured. She's not this. She's not that. And I realized it became an issue. But thank God for wisdom, thank God for knowledge. So the another time I went to their house, I still met this woman doing something else. So I offered to help. And she told me, no, 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 don't bother, don't do it. I just took, I decided to take a stool, sit down beside her. I'd rather watch her do that thing or stay with her and keep her company. And that was how I won her heart. So, guys, you can see there are lots of issues when you come from different cultures. So, you have to kneel down as a Yoruba person. There is greeting for morning, there's greeting for afternoon, there's greeting for going out, there's greeting for coming in. So sometimes it treats you when you're not from that particular culture or when you don't have a knowledge about that particular culture. So there's difference in greeting. Other cultures, you see, they just wake up, hug their families, while other cultures you need to be on both knees to greet the parent. While other cultures, there are other kind of greetings that you greet those people. Another issue that you find in intercultural marriage is the is differences in time. You know, some of them are early risers, while some people are late risers. You are coming with somebody that wakes up very early in the morning, and you that wake up late in the morning, you both are getting married, and it becomes a problem for you. You see the other person as lazy, while the other person sees you as a problematic person. So you can see so many issues. Or you come from different religion, or you are from the same religion, but your prayer mode is also different. You know, some people that come from Catholic background, and others that come from Pentecostal background, or you come from a Pentecostal background. A Catholic will tell you that it's not compulsory to shout while praying. While some Pentecostal will tell you, if you've not hit the wall, you've not had your prayers. So you see, there are so many cultural issues, so many differences between individual coming together. So what is the simple solution to all of these things? I have added all the solution to what is called the three R's. What the three R's, and those three R's is: number one, recognize cultural diversity. The second R is respect cultural diversity, and the third one is restore cultural diversity. So what do I mean by recognize cultural diversity? It means that you should recognize that you both are from different cultures. You both are from different cultures, so you should learn what this person does in their own culture. If you say you love this person, if you've agreed to spend the rest of your life with this person, you should recognize what they do in their own culture. You can go to their hometown, see how they do things. You can even go to his mother's place, his father's place. You know, you can go to our father's place to see how they do things. What do they do there? So that you'll be able to understand that this person is not coming from a place of pain, but rather how he is being brought up, how his culture has actually allowed some things. You know, so learn to recognize cultural differences. And number two, the second R is respect cultural differences. Now, my darlings, both of you grew up from different cultures, so you act differently. And don't forget that differences was what brought you both together. So you need to respect that person's culture. If a Yoruba man loves you kneeling down to greet his family, then you need to do it, because that is how their culture is. There is one thing about the Yoruba culture that still sickens me till today, but it is their culture and cannot be removed. And that is calling every single person in their home aunties and uncles, even to the last child. And you wonder, this person is so low to me. Why should I do this? My darling, it is their culture. You need to respect it. So you need to go along with it. The only time you know that you cannot respect somebody's culture, it means you don't want to be with that person. So you need to learn to respect that person's culture and everything that comes with that culture. And the last one I said, which is the last R, is restore cultural diversity. This is where compromise comes in. You know, this person is an early riser, you're a late riser. You both need to find a balance. Oh, you don't like kneeling down, you like doing this, you like eating one particular kind of soup, and this person likes one particular kind of soup. You both need to do what? Come to a particular compromise as couples. One person should not weigh more than the other person. So as you are trying to respect his own culture, he also has to respect your own culture. And that is why they say two shall become one. So the both of you need to do what? Restore that cultural diversity by teaching your children both cultures, not trying to shift it to one particular part by teaching them the mother's culture and neglecting the father's culture, or teaching them the father's culture and neglecting the mother's culture. So both cultures has to be inculcated in that child. So wherever they meet themselves, it becomes easier for them to also blend in. So that is what it means by restore cultural differences. Aside the 3 hours that I just shared with you, I would also want to give you these tips as bonus mark, and that is effective communication. You know, when you're trying to respect each other's culture, when you're trying to restore each other's culture, you should also do what? Talk about every single thing. Talk about the things that makes you uncomfortable. Talk about the thing that makes you comfortable, because all of these things will help you bond the more, will bring that intimate, will make both of you more intimate. But the moment you have a closed mouth and you endure a lot of things, one day you get to burn out. So before you burn out, it is better to do what? Have a better communication. So in your marriage, learn effective communication. Like I used to tell people, communication is the engine that powers any relationship. And without that communication, your marriage will constantly go down the drain. And the last point I will share with you is be open minded. Yes, learn to be open minded. When trying to understand this person's culture, learn to be open minded. Put yourself out there that you want to learn a whole lot of things about this person's culture. Learn to attract so many things. Take in so many things when it comes to your spouse's culture. So learn to be open-minded in that marriage. So I hope this video actually has helped somebody out there on the common issues culture intercultural marriages has brought, and also how to restore all of this, and also how to make peace with intercultural marriages. So until I come your way next time, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also smash the like button. Send your comments down below. I would love to hear from you. And please share this video for many to watch this video. God bless you. My name remains Valerie Amaka Mwajin. Bye.